Hey, there you are. And this is Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak. Come on in to Papa's house. I'm John Hayes, and I'm going to read and perform this story for you today. Where the Wild Things Are was written and illustrated by Maurice Sendak in 1963. I was only 11 years old in 1963, and my brother Jim and I were wild things to our mom back in those days. And you'll see that some of the pages in this book have no words, just pictures. So you and I will have to make up the sounds and noises that should be coming from those pictures, right? So now here is Where the Wild Things Are. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew and grew and grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day, and in and out of weeks, and almost over a year, to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars, and gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all, and made him king of all wild things. "And now," cried Max, "let the wild rumpus start." "Now stop," Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around, from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars, and gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye, and sailed back over a year, and in and out of weeks, and through a day, and into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. Well, I hope you survived Where the Wild Things Are. Back in its day, this book was banned by several groups because they thought it was too scary for little children. And back when I was a kid, I could see where those concerned adults were coming from. I grew up with Leave It to Beaver and Lassie, Little House on the Prairie, just to name a few. Things have certainly changed in the past 60-some years. Some good, some not so good, in my opinion. But what's your opinion? Let me know what you think of Where the Wild Things Are. Be sure to come back to hear more popular old stuff and more popular new stuff and more soon to be popular my stuff. This is John Hayes, the Papa at Papa's House. Till next time, be safe.